and gentlemen, this is Just Plain Living, and I'm John Gray with a big old smile.
Good morning, John Gray with a big old smile. I'm Peggy Burton.
And I'm Jim Fuller. That's required, isn't it?
That's required.
That big smile.
Tis required.
Yes.
It's summertime is on its way.
I think it's coming today.
Finally.
I think it's going to get here today. We'll arrive. I think we're getting in the 80s.
I bet we go through every year these periods where it turns off cold for a few days, but we forget about it.
You forget about it.
There's several different kinds of winter.
And then it gets so hot and you're whining because it's too hot.
Yeah.
Got blackberry winter and dogwood winter and this kind of winter and that kind of winter, and then all of a sudden they got no winter.
Yeah.
I'll just be glad when the pollen
I know.
Oh, me
and
too.
all of that
Pollen's
stuff,
killing a lot of
it
people.
has absolutely been the worst spring as far as allergies. And, but what do they call them? Knock roses?
Oh, knockout roses.
Knockout.
Rose bushes, I've never seen the rose bushes as full as they are this year.
They're really pretty.
So whatever is causing all of us to be in pain has caused the roses to be wonderful.
Maybe
I didn't used to have a
rain.
problem with that. I don't know what happened to me. The older I get, it begins to affect me. But anyway.
I don't have a lot of trouble. I sneeze some, but not so much.
It's those. Somebody said that. And we might have said this last week. I don't know. I don't remember what I said yesterday, much less last week. But the way the cold weather stayed and the winter stayed, a lot of times the trees come out. One will come, then the next one will come, and then the next one will come, and they all came out at one time. So they were all putting their pollen and everything out at the same time, which made it a little bit more difficult.
And then those yellow things that are in the fields, that's getting a lot of people. I'm not sure what it's called, mustard seed, weed, or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, a lot of people sneezing.
Yeah, a lot of people sneezing.
And I love it when you go out in your car that you cleaned up yesterday.
I know, when you write your name all over it.
Yeah, I love that.
I do hate that.
Well, it's just part of what we do around here, and it's a wonderful place to be.
Well, and when I say I hate that, what a little tiny thing to hate, for heaven's sake. I mean, there's so many other things that are worth hating, I guess.
That's like sometimes Fran will be upset about something, and she just be upset, and I'll go, baby, what were you upset about on Tuesday a month and a half ago? Well, I don't know. And I said, well, a month and a half from now, you won't remember this either. We all carry too much around, and there's nothing you can do about it. It's.
Well, this is my prayer. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change.
Yeah.
That's really important. There's certain things you just can't do a thing about.
No, can't do a thing about it.
So just leave it alone. Don't worry about it.
And try not to go to bed at night and sleep.
Stress,
yeah, undress your stress. Try not to go to bed at night and be just wide awake worrying about something, because there's nothing you can do about it in the middle of the night.
That's true.
You might as well wake up with a good night's sleep.
Worry is a big killer. People don't need to worry.
No.
It's important not to worry. You can be concerned, but you don't need to worry.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's easier said than done, Peggy.
You think it is? Do you worry?
Not as much as I have in the past.
Not as much as you should.
Yeah.
Peggy is one of those type of people that dives head on into her worry and whips it on the front end.
There you go. That's the way to do it.
She tackle it early, get way ahead of the game,
get her done.
And speaking of that you're already working on the country show.
I am working on country. We've got all our commercials sold, way more than we'll probably ever get through. No, we're thrilled to death. We appreciate our sponsors more than you'll ever know, because they write the show for us. We have some great sponsors. And we're auditioning that show early June. Go on the website, southjackson.org, and you can find out all the information.
All that information on that.
I usually do the auditions right after Bonnaroo, Sunday and Monday.
Maybe catch some of those Bonnaroo talents still in town
that are still standing,
crawling back to wherever they're from.
There's a big deal made now about Super Bowl commercials being a big part of that show, but you guys actually pioneered that at South Jackson. Y'all were doing that years ago.
I always thought that was such a great idea. I know it's not totally original, because back in the early Grand Ole Opry days, they were live shows and they were sponsored, and Martha White thing would drop down out of the ceiling.
Oh, sure.
And they'd sing the Martha White song.
That's right. That's right. And you know, a lot of what we do is patterned after radio, and one of the people that's remained extremely successful with radio programming is Garrison Keillor and Prairie Home Companion.
Don't you love that show?
Oh, I love it because
think that is the coolest show.
They've got the sound. You got the sound guy with the horse, you know, the door. Yeah. We've been to several of his shows, and they've got a little door with hinges that squeak, and every time they need to slam a door, you know, they open the door and slam the door. To where when you're listening to it on the radio, it's just like it was back in the day.
Back in the day,
and those sound effects were huge in radio. Those were big.
And what he's done by honoring the history of radio in the way he does his program has built he's built a huge industry around himself, Garrison Keillor,
he has a huge
doing
following.
That, and just I mean everywhere he goes.
I wonder if we could get him down here. But we might. He was in Atlanta recently.
He probably doesn't work for free.
No, he was in Nashville. He was in Nashville. He was in Nashville a couple of weeks ago.
It costs a few dollars to get anything.
Yeah, sure. I would imagine that show of his is probably, I don't know. I'd say it's at least $30,000 to $50,000, if not more.
It depends. Some people do it because they just love it and they like to go to different places. Maybe, I don't know. It's probably pretty expensive.
Yeah, that's kind of the way we are, isn't it?
Yeah.
Except we're cheap.
That's the way we operate.
We're not cheap. We're inexpensive.
Speaking about stuff like that, you know, the Civic Center. We're very fortunate here in Tullahoma to have South Jackson Civic Center in our town, and to have been saved by gracious people, number one, the city and the education department, but folks through the years who have made donations and volunteered their time and service to keep that venerable building open and viable, and to where people can come in and watch the country show or watch T.S. Monk or the education outreach that happens there with young kids coming in and seeing things happen on the stage when they're in grade school, which is something that affects them so much.
The rest of their life. My life was totally affected by live productions that came into Coffee County High School.
Right.
I was just instantly taken up with performance and all that. Well, actually, as a child too, but seeing something live on stage is always touching. Oh yeah,
and then you get a young person, and what you have done and what the Playhouse has done throughout the years is put productions on that sometimes there's 40, 50 kids on stage, and it gives them an opportunity to stand on that stage, and some of them it doesn't get them, but some of them they just can't. They just got to have it after that, and that's a wonderful thing.
It keeps them off the
street. It's a wonderful thing.
Keeps them out of trouble. Keeps them creative.
Creative, and with that said, you know, South Jackson, like all good nonprofits, is a nonprofit, and it's very hard to keep enough funding flowing through that place to keep it operating and viable. It's one of the nonprofits in the community that actually brings business into town.
I think it does.
You know, the Art Center, the Playhouse, the Science Center, and South Jackson. People travel to come to town to go to events at those places, and while they're here, they're buying supper, they're shopping. Some of them might even stay in a hotel. So those are the 501c3s that actually generate income for the city of Tullahoma.
And I think it validates our community as a good place to live and raise your children.
Right. So what's happening is June the 7th is, for the first time in several years, South Jackson is having a fundraiser. It's the Great Gatsby Gala, and there's going to be entertainment, there's going to be music, there's going to be great food. The Blackberry Patch is providing the food.
They doing the food? Wonderful.
There will be adult beverages there. There will be a speakeasy there. We have a company coming in from Atlanta that will be running a legal gambling casino type thing, and it's just going to be like in the 20s. And there'll be
Will the mafia come running in and out?
Mafia is going to be running in and out. There's going to be a few people. W.C. Fields might be there. Billie Holiday, you never can tell. But what we have is those tickets are $50 a person. And with that, you get all the food, you get gambling tickets, you get a couple of drink tickets. There will be a limousine out front and a red carpet. And we'll have a photographer there that will take your picture getting out of the Excalibur limousine, and that will be a party favor for the night. But above and beyond just coming, if you want to be a sponsor, the Millionaire sponsor is a $2,000 donation, receives 4 tickets. The Flapper sponsor is a $1,500 donation, receives 3 tickets. The Bootleggers is $1,000 fuller. That gets 2 tickets, and the Riders is $500, and it receives 1 ticket. And the Gamblers is a $250 donation over and above, because this is about raising money for South Jackson. There's going to be entertainment. There's going to be a swing band on stage, but it's not. We're going to take some seats out to where there could be dancing in there, but it's not something. If you want to go in there and sit down and listen, that's fine. But you can move around the building. There's going to be a magician working the crowd, and just all kinds of fun things to do. And we really need you there. The community needs to get involved. If you want
to dress it like the 20s, you're invited to do that.
But not required.
Not required, of course not.
And, something that's going to be, they're going to be, for the ladies, there's going to be beads on sale. Flapper beads, and they're $5 a strand.
The kind that you can...
Yeah, $5 a strand, and then one of the lucky bead buying people will win a pearl necklace.
Ooh.
And then for the men, there's going to be cigars there, and you can buy a cigar for $5, and one of the lucky gentlemen will win a humidor full of good cigars as the prize for the gentleman.
People that buy good cigars know that that's a great gift.
Yeah. And so we're going to end this segment.
So that is June 7th. You can get tickets online. You can call 455-5321.
That's right. Or you can watch the girls, the Gatsby girls, right now at Bailey Manor, making their plans to go to the Great Gatsby Gala. You go too.
Partners for Healing provides medical care to the working uninsured of Coffee, Franklin, and Moore counties. We are in Tullahoma from 8 to 5, Monday through Thursdays, and in Manchester on Fridays from 8 to 12. We provide primary medical care and offer an in-house disease management program.
My name is Rosie Mitchell, and I would just like to say I am blessed to have partners in my life.
Please call 455-5014 for more information. Thank you for being one of our Partners for Healing.
This is John Gray reporting on the girls at Bailey Manor getting ready to go to the Great Gatsby Gala at South Jackson Civic Center.
So I said to him, "Are you sure about that?"
So, have you heard about the parties?
Yes, I heard they were the most lavish parties ever.
And they're at the Gatsby Mansion. It is huge. The food, the dancing, the parties. It's like a party you've never seen.
Gatsby? Which Gatsby?
Why, Jay Gatsby, of course. Where have you been hiding?
Jay Gatsby, the millionaire?
Yes, he's rather elusive, but he has been having these lavish parties, and everyone is invited.
Everyone?
Everyone.
So, when's the next one?
June 7th. That's what I heard. It's at his South Jackson Street mansion.
Why, that's only in a few weeks. Girls, we have got to go.
Absolutely.
You know what that means.
New clothes. Shopping!
That's the report from Bailey Manor, where the girls are getting ready for the Great Gatsby Gala at South Jackson Civic Center. Call for reservations today, 455-5321. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back, and this Saturday, the Ticket Radio held a sports expo at Northgate Mall with some notable people from Nashville out of the radio industry and a lot of vendors there about getting healthy and being sports fit, and we were there. Let's watch a little video. The Ticket Radio Sports Expo at Northgate Mall in Tullahoma today. And this is the Ticket Radio Sports Expo in Tullahoma at the Northgate Mall. I believe we've got George Plaster up there now.
I'm not sure he would do at that point how far he wanted to go with coaching. He was a great athlete, apparently he's a great golfer.
There's Samantha there at the ticket registry where people are signing up for door prizes, and good event. A lot of people in the mall today.
But I'll also say I'm biased.
A lot of good things going on. Vendors are in the building and dealing with sports type situations.
How you doing, John?
Hey, how are you today? I love that hat.
Well, thanks, sir.
Different things about being in shape and staying in shape and learning about your body. And, different types of products that folks have. Hi, how are you? Go Blue Raiders.
I know, true blue.
There you go. Hello, how is everybody this morning? Good. Elite Energy Gymnastics and Cheer. Right there, look at that. Look at this. Now that is elite energy right there, folks. Look, they've got mats set up and all kinds of ways to play today down here. Even have popcorn. The energy food, huh?
The different products as far as help your enhance your weight loss, and it also helps with blood sugar and all this.
And all kinds of different things in here today. Dr. Papa Joint, right there.
What's happening?
What are you doing down here today, partner?
I'm just sitting and just spreading the good word of chiropractic.
All right.
How are you doing?
Very good, very good.
So like it's kind of rainy outside, but that's all right. Perfect time to come in and get yourself a water bottle.
There you go. Chiropractic has a great place in sports, doesn't it?
Yes, absolutely. You would be surprised how well they work together. People say they go run a mile or two and they end up all sore, and there's a reason behind that. And oftentimes it has to do with the spine and the body and musculature and all that fun stuff. And we can really help.
And you can fix it.
Absolutely. That's me, Dr. Papa Joint.
There's Scott Chastain and Dr. Papa Joint here at the Ticket Radio Sports Expo. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Pete Weber, and he is the voice of the Predators. And he's visiting here today. Here's Nash at Northgate Mall in Tullahoma. Look at there. That's right. Nash from the Nashville Predators. Now, that's a picture for a fan right there. Ticket Radio Sports Expo, Tullahoma, Northgate Mall.
We've got Kias coming out of our ears at Russell Barnett Kia. We've never had this much inventory to choose from, and that means it's a great time to buy. Check out the 2014 Kia Optima, 0% financing available in 60 months, or up to $6,000 off select Kia Sorrentos. With America's best warranty, the 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, Kia is the power to surprise. So come on down and help us clean out our ears at Russell Barnett Kia. And remember, why buy anywhere else?
Hi, I'm Terry Stroop with Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration, your #1 hometown HVAC company. We offer dependable and reliable service on all your HVAC equipment. We also offer high-efficiency trained cooling units with some special financing through the end of June. Call us for your cooling needs. Your comfort is what we do.
It's summer cough strips.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
Last Wednesday was Police Memorial Day, and the Tullahoma Police Department unveiled a monument, a new monument for the fallen police officers in the city and county. And we were over there the other day for this event, and it was very well done by Chief Blackwell and everyone involved, and we just wanted to bring you this because it's very important.
Welcome everybody to the 2014 Tullahoma Police Memorial Ceremony. As everybody knows, President John F. Kennedy in 1962 designated the week that May 15th falls in as Police Memorial Week, and May 15th as Police Memorial Day. That's why we're here today, to recognize law enforcement officers that have given the ultimate in the service to their community. Each and every day we hear of incidents of police officers, sheriff's department, federal employees that are being killed while serving their communities so selflessly. And today is an opportunity for the citizens of Tullahoma and the citizens of Coffee County to come and recognize 5 Tullahoma officers that have given the ultimate in the service to our community. Rise for the raising of our colors and the singing of our national anthem by the Tullahoma a cappella singers.
Twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, they flew through the night, that our flag was still there. Oh, send us that star-spangled banner yet wave, o'er the land of the free, and the home of the
I would like for you all to join me in singing God Bless America. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief Blackwell, for organizing this Police Memorial Day and for giving us this opportunity to pay tribute to the men who gave their lives in service to the people of Tullahoma and Coffee County. It is appropriate we pause and pay tribute to these men who simply went to work one day and never made it home. They died what they wanted to do to protect and serve the public. We distinctively run from the danger. These men and women and officers gathered here today run to the danger. We have seen this time and time again. Each and every day, public safety officers exhibit courage, and it's important that we remember that each and every day. You are the heroes of our streets, protecting and serving us every day. As first responders, you see and experience things we can't and do not want to even imagine. Their significance is not the way they died, but the way they lived. Their lives mattered.
The purpose for us being today is, of course, to recognize those fallen law enforcement officers, but also to unveil a lasting memorial and a monument to recognize the service that they've given to this community. Today we come to unveil our monument, and we're very pleased that we've got some special guests that are going to help us do that. In a moment, I would like Sarah Gillum, Betty Price, and Clark Hale to come forward and help me unveil this. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to present to you the Tullahoma Police Department memorial to the 5 officers that have been slain while serving our community. Go ahead. I'd like to just briefly read to you what occurred on the different days when we lost these gallant officers. Chief of Police E.C. Armstrong and Officer Charles Holt, December 3rd, 1934, shot and killed after responding to a domestic dispute. Chief Armstrong was the first officer to arrive at the scene and was shot by a drunken suspect. The suspect opened fire with a .45 caliber handgun, striking the chief's badge, and a second shot striking his spinal cord. Although wounded, Chief Armstrong was able to return fire and struck the suspect in the arm. The suspect fled to a nearby church and hid in the crawl space beneath the building. Officer Holt and Tennessee State Trooper Lindsey Smith responded to the church and located the suspect. Officer Holt and the suspect exchanged shots, and Holt was fatally wounded. As the suspect came around the corner of the building, he shot Trooper Smith twice, seriously wounding him. A second state trooper, W.C. Hale, responded to the scene while standing on the running board of a vehicle he had commandeered. When he arrived at the scene, he exchanged gunshots with the suspect while standing on that running board. He shot and killed the suspect at that time. Chief Armstrong and Trooper Smith were transported to area hospitals, where Chief Armstrong died that night. Trooper Smith died a few days later. The trooper, W.C. Hale, a few years later became the Chief of Police of Tullahoma. Officer James Flippo, September 5th, 1936, was shot and killed with his own weapon after a prisoner he was taking to the jail attacked him and took his firearm. Officer Henry Travis and Officer Clifford Riddle, September 26, 1970. Officers Travis and Riddle were returning to Tullahoma after transporting a prisoner to the Coffee County Jail when they were involved in a traffic accident. Officer Henry was killed instantly, and Officer Riddle was severely injured. Officer Riddle remained in a coma until he died October 10, 1987. This monument today is an everlasting memory of those officers who so selflessly served our community. As police officers, law enforcement officers, and we have many standing out here, we oftentimes say a good day is when we impact the lives of somebody in a positive manner. We say it's a great day when we return safely home to our families. These 5 men left their families that day, never to return.
Smokehouse be your mountain getaway destination in beautiful Mont Eagle, Tennessee. Enjoy our cabins, restaurant, and old general store. Shop thesmokehouse.com featuring homemade barbecue sauces, jellies, and many other fine Tennessee products. Our live Music on the Mountain series features some of the best local and Nashville talent every Friday and Saturday night, 6:30 p.m. No cover, kids welcome.
This is a tree that was never chopped down to make a crutch that was never needed. By a child who never got polio. Because vaccine was never in short supply. Thanks to people whose compassion wasn't either. Over the years, Rotary Club members have helped immunize over 2 billion children against polio. Soon, the world will be polio-free. Rotary, humanity in motion.
How long has it been since you raced a cheetah? Are your tornado creating skills getting rusty? Tired of being the only one in your neighborhood who hasn't built a dinosaur? Sounds like it's time to visit the Hands-On Science Center. The Hands-On Science Center is an indoor science playground. In this museum, please touch is the rule. Join us for weekly science demonstrations on space, lasers, lizards, rocks, and a whole lot more. No two visits are ever the same, so visit often to see our ever-changing exhibits and demonstrations. The Hands-On Science Center, 101 Mitchell Boulevard in Tullahoma.
I'm meteorologist Leland Statham, and you're watching Just Plain Living here on Charter Channel 6.
I'm so glad you hung around. You're going to be glad you did, too. I'm here with Rosie Graham.
Hi.
My good friend that I never get to see unless we're on the set.
Unless we're on the show together. Here we are. I love it. I love it.
Tennessee Swim Club sounds like a lot of fun. I don't know, can you see this, or you've got the sign down there?
This, well, I'll just tell you, this is one of the cutest shows. I've seen it twice elsewhere and recommended that we get it here. It is adorable. It's a little bit of a Steel Magnolias, but a lot more fun. It's got lots of laughs in it. It's about 5 women who were on a swim club together in college, and they meet every August at the beach to just reconnect, and we see them at 4 times in their lives. So we see them grow old. We see them starting at age 40. Well, no, we don't see them in college. We see them at 40, 50, 60, and 70.
How wonderful!
And so you're going to watch these girls age, but we see what happens in their lives and how they grow and change. It's a delightful show that is good for not just women, but it's good for all audiences.
It's good for everybody, and it's even okay for young people.
Oh yeah,
it's just fun.
It's just a fun show. I laughed till I cried when I saw it the first time. Not a musical, just a straight play. Should be an hour and a half to 2 hours. It's really fun.
Way to get tickets.
You can go 2 ways. You can go to our website, www.communityplayhouse.org, and buy them right online, which we've been.
Which is great. You don't have to stand in line. You print out your ticket, show up, go to your seat, and it's done.
Or you can call our number, reservation number. We've got 2 of them, 455-0620 or 581-7767, and you can reserve the seats, and then you can actually pay for them then as well. If you talk to somebody, you can put your credit card down.
I have a question about that. If you call and leave a number and tell them how many tickets and what night, are they going to call you back?
They should call you back within 24 hours, and if that doesn't happen,
call again?
or leave an email address, and they can email you back if they can't call you. These are answering services as opposed to you getting a person on the phone. And the dates of the show is only going to be 1 weekend, so you want to be really careful to get it in there. The dates of the show are May 29th, that's a Thursday night, which would be a fun night to go. Thursday night, Friday night, the 30th, Saturday night, the 31st, and then June 1st, Sunday afternoon. So it's just that 1 weekend.
2:30.
2 o'clock. And it's just that one weekend. But
what's the cost of tickets?
Tickets are $12 for adults, $10 for seniors and students, and $8 for children. So
it's a wonderful deal.
It is a good deal. And
are you selling season tickets for next year already?
Not yet, because we're still working on the season.
Well,
we could buy, so we can sell season tickets, and it'll be the same price. And season tickets are $40 for adults, and
that is a steal. I have to say.
It is a steal for 4 shows, and so
if you want to get your season tickets, go ahead and do that.
But I can't tell you the whole season right now. I can tell you that Shrek is going to be the big thing on the season next year. That'll be fun.
But we're still a lot of people.
Right, finalizing directors and the season and the dates.
Do you want to tell me who these 5 women are?
Oh, I do.
I want to know.
They are so cute, and you'll know most of them. Cynthia Redekop is playing one of the women, Jerry Neal, and she's kind of the surprise in the group. Becky Layton, Becky Sams Layton.
Oh yeah, Becky.
Been around a long time. She is playing Cherie, which is kind of the leading person in it. She organizes there. She's the organizer. And Jenny Kubitz, who actually came off of in South Pacific, playing Nellie in South Pacific, is playing one of the roles in this too. And Lexi. No, she's not playing Lexi.
It's all right.
Anyway, whatever.
She's a great actress.
Playing the lawyer, and she's doing a great job.
Anne
Black is playing. She's playing Lexi, and she is a surprise candidate too, because she's playing sort of the person who's been married 5 times, and
I love that.
It is so. And then Diane Clanton from Shelbyville is coming in, and she's going to play Bernadette. And Bernadette is the accident-prone,
klutz.
But they're just so many.
Like such great fun, and you know what? It reminds me of some of my college friends. After Ralph died, we started meeting every year.
Yeah.
And it's such fun. It's like once you get together, it's as if all those years just disappear.
It is.
And you take up right where you left off.
And that's what this is
about. I think this will bring back memories.
It will. For many people, it will bring back memories.
It's good to laugh.
Oh
my gosh, we all need to laugh.
It is, and this will lead you into the summer quite well. You'll want to go to the beach, and you'll want to, get your swimsuits
this is
out.
last weekend in May.
Right.
And first Sunday in June. I think that's what we said. And so tickets. Good deal. Be sure and call or go online. That's what I would do.
Oh yeah, and let me tell you too that Aaron Miller from the high school is actually directing this play.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
He wanted to, we asked, and he said he would come in and do this, and he's doing a great job.
Is he the one that just did Wizard of Oz?
Just did Wizard of Oz.
Okay.
So, and he's done a lot at the high school, and has kind of beefed up that drama program. So we're delighted to have him come and beef up our drama program and work with our ladies.
Yeah,
it's interesting to have a man working with the 5 ladies.
Are there any men at all in this?
No,
it's just strictly all these women.
He's it. And dealing with 5 women, personalities, I think, is probably.
Well, they're all just really interesting actresses on their own, and I've seen them do different sorts of things.
They're all very
years.
into the theater and have worked very hard, either backstage or on stage.
Well, folks, I think you can depend on the fact that the community playhouse that does most of their plays at South Jackson is alive and well and doing a great job.
Well,
I mean, I'm still hearing things about Anna Get Your Gun.
Oh, well, I'm still recovering.
I know, we all are.
But it was wonderful, and we had a great fun.
For days.
Yeah, I know you were.
It was a fun show.
It was a fun show, and yes, we want to keep that impetus going and make sure that
from like 80 people on stage to 5.
Yay! I think you can handle that.
Right.
But I think this is going to be equally quality.
And if you're out there and you've never been to South Jackson Civic Center and you don't actually know where it is on South Jackson Street, the main street in Tullahoma. If you're driving to Tullahoma on Highway 55, take a right, you're going to see it on the left.
Exactly.
So get your ticket and become involved in local theater. And if you want to be a member of the Community Playhouse,
that's real easy. We meet every 4th Tuesday, 6:30 at South Jackson
it's only
in the front room.
To be a member.
$5 to be a member for the family, and for
awesome.
a year. Now I will tell you that we're coming up on the end of the year, so if you pay $5 now, you're going to pay $5 again in June. But that's okay.
So June
you can afford
the best
that.
Time to wait
But we'll have a great picnic at the end of the year, June, and the 4th the Fourth
Well, I
Tuesday
can't
in
tell
June.
you how proud I am of the community playhouse.
Thank you.
The strides you have made. This is the 60th year.
This is the 60th year.
And
Annie
that's
Get Your Gun was our big
60th
push for a
anniversary.
60th year starting, and so we'll be doing more with that this year,
And
I feel sure.
you know, we've watched people grow up on the stage and
have.
move on to other states or countries and put plays on there.
That's right.
It's amazing how many people have left here
and gone on
and gone on
done,
to
done
do
wonderful
theater
things. And
And
yeah,
so we have a lot to be proud of. All right, don't forget to get your ticket for Dixie Swim Club. It's going to be hilarious, and I am
fun.
so proud of that group of women.
Thank you.
I
And
love
thank
you, Rosie Graham.
I love you, Peggy Burton, and thank you for coming.
We'll be
letting
back
me come
another
down
day
here.
and talk some more.
Absolutely.
The highest standard of trust offers a sense of safety and comfort. It's established over time. You know when you see it. You know when you feel it. There's a standard of trust in healthcare. It's the Joint Commission Gold Seal of Approval. In 2003, Life Care Center of Tullahoma voluntarily achieved this accreditation and maintains it still today. Life Care, meeting a higher standard because residents matter most.
Have you heard that little voice that beckons you to come home to Tennessee? Well, here's your chance. Here's a property offered by its owner. It's 20 miles from the National Walking Horse Celebration grounds in Shelbyville, Tennessee, and only 10 minutes away from the Jack Daniel Distillery in Lynchburg. It's located at 769 Shipman Creek Road. This property has over a 5,300 square foot home on 45 acres, and a sprawling 200 acres is also available. Let's take a look at the house. Built in 1998, this home has 4 bedrooms and 3.5 baths. This home offers wide open views, featuring the main floor with over 2,700 square feet of living room, an eat-in kitchen, a formal dining area, and a massive 20 by 19 master bedroom with a master bath and fireplace included. There is craftsmanship at every turn, solid cherry cabinets, built-in cherry shelves, and other solid cherry appointments. It's a 2-story home with 3 nicely sized bedrooms upstairs. Down a spiral staircase, the basement hosts a 40 by 40 den with a handcrafted bar. We're leaving the jukebox here, folks. The basement is a recreation room on steroids. There are too many closets to count and more than you'll ever need. There are so many places in this home to find peace that you'll seldom want to leave it. But when you do, you'll discover up to 200 acres of paved roads with city water. The property is quilted with streams, woods, ponds, and open pasture. The view from the porch alone is enough to say you're home. The property includes a 3-bay heavy construction shop and plenty of room to build stables and graze livestock. If Tennessee's been calling you home, start your journey by calling this number. A property like this comes on the market but once in a lifetime. We think you'll love it. We think you'll stay. This is a very real estate.
I'm meteorologist Leland Statham from the News Channel 5 Weather Center. Look to Jim Fuller and crew for local news night here on Channel 6.
All right, folks, we're back, and it's always exciting when we have friends show up, and particularly when they are talented musically, because that just makes me happy. And we just had this crazy redheaded girl blow through the building a while ago. She's been traveling the country, headed through, headed out again. That's Miss Becky Buller, and she's with us today, and I'm just tickled to death to see you. It's been what?
It's been a while. A couple years?
Well, I say maybe. Maybe it has.
I've had a baby since I saw you last.
Yes, you have.
Yes.
No, I've seen the baby. I saw the baby. I saw the baby.
Well,
over
I mean, since I've been here.
No, but I saw.
On the
I
show.
saw the baby in Belleville.
Yeah.
But baby's what now?
She's almost 15 months.
15 months. So
Romy is her name.
She's Romy.
And she roams.
Roaming.
Yeah, she.
Yeah, I bet she does.
Her name is Romy, and she roams with me. I didn't take her this last weekend, but oftentimes she'll come with me on the road.
Good. Good. She talking?
Yeah, I can't quite understand it all yet, but yeah, she's
walking
talking,
for sure.
and she's walking. We're getting there. Yeah, she'll be running probably by the end of the week.
Well, to give us a little insight on what you've been doing, Beck.
Well, lately here I've been performing with Darren and Brooke Aldridge out of Cherryville, North Carolina, and that's really close to where Earl Scruggs is from. And of course, Earl Scruggs is the innovator that created the three-finger banjo roll that we call bluegrass banjo.
Right.
So through Darren and Brooke, I got to actually be part of the exhibits at the Earl Scruggs Museum in Shelby, North Carolina, just down the road from them. That was an exciting thing I got to be involved in last year. And oh gosh, just touring, writing. I got a new album I'm almost finished with. Thought I'd share a couple songs from that.
That'd be wonderful. Yeah. That'd be wonderful. So you just came in from North Carolina?
Yeah, North Carolina.
And you're headed to where next?
Well, Minnesota tomorrow. I'm going to go visit my family for a few days and give them some grandbaby time.
Oh,
and then I come back home and we play in Manchester. So this is great. The band has to come to me here in a couple of weeks.
That's good.
Yeah, we're going to play at the Manchester Arts Center, and we're calling the show "Cutting Grass at the Mac." And
that's really neat.
And it's myself and Darren and Brooke Aldridge and their group, and also the Rigneys from right here in town.
Oh, so the Rigneys are going to be over there with you? Yeah, they were on not too long ago, and they have their new album out.
Yeah,
and it's
they're doing
well.
really well. They're on the bluegrass charts. And the national airplay charts, they're doing great.
Yeah, and they're talented, and as are you. You said something about being in Pittsburgh?
Yes, I played at a private event on this past Friday in Pittsburgh. And
how'd you like Pittsburgh?
Well, I didn't get to see much. You know, it's one of those deals where we drove all day to get there. We played. It was a groom supper that we played for a friend of ours, and played that, and then got back in the car, headed to Beckley, West Virginia, where we slept for a few hours, and then headed on to Union Mills, North Carolina for a festival. And then Sunday we were at an amphitheater in Raleigh.
So you're just
and here I am in Tullahoma.
You're roaming too. You and Romy are roaming, huh?
It's psycho, yeah.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Then the new album's coming out when?
We don't have a definite release date yet, but we're really hoping to have download cards. That's a new way to release an album. We're hoping to have download cards by the 31st when we have the show at the Arts Center in Manchester. Yes. Hoping to have the whole record ready by then. We may have a few songs ready with the whole record coming a little later to the download card. And we're also going to have physical copies of the album available this summer.
Good. Well, you know, there's some people who like to hold stuff in their hand. And look at album notes and stuff like that.
Oh, I love reading. I'm a nerd like that. I love reading the album notes. Who wrote what?
Who wrote what? There you go. Are you writing all the songs on? Did you write all the songs on the album, or
all but one? A lot of them are just songs that I wrote myself, and that I've had laying around for a really long time.
Those are the good ones.
I've been squirreling them away for the time that I got to do another solo record.
Right.
And then I have a few co-writes on there. And then I recorded a Bill Monroe song that it was actually Bill recorded it as an instrumental, and then he commissioned one of his former bass players, Guy Stevenson, to write some lyrics for it. But Bill was never able to re-record it. He liked the lyrics, but he passed away before he had a chance to re-record it. So that's called Southern Flavor, and actually we just released that to radio last week. So as soon as I'm done here, I have to do a radio interview in Iowa. Luckily by phone. I don't have to get to Iowa here by 11 o'clock. I just have to call in.
Yeah, that's good. Or you can Skype. You know, now you can Skype for television.
I had to pull over, for television. I had to pull over on my way home yesterday and Skype with a DJ in Australia.
Hey.
So I found the McDonald's so I could get on the Wi-Fi. It's amazing what you can see nowadays. I love technology, especially when it works.
Yes.
Yeah.
To your benefit.
Yes.
Why don't you play us one? Tell us what you're going to play, and kind of give us a little short intro on why you wrote this specific song, because that kind of thing interests me.
Yeah. Okay. This is a song that I actually wrote for Jeff. When we were first.
And explain who Jeff is.
Jeff is my husband.
And a very fine man, and a very fine guitarist as well.
Yes, very, very good musician. And
but what little hook? There's got to be some little something there that sparked you to put this together?
Well,
for Jeff?
it was, we had just started dating, and he says he knew immediately that, that I was the one for him, and I didn't. I feel guilty, of course, because I'm from Minnesota.
You didn't know that quick,
so
huh?
I feel guilty all the time. And anyway, I about a month later, after we had started dating, this song sort of came to mind, and so that's when I knew.
And it's entitled?
It's called Home. So since we've been talking about traveling, I thought I'd do a song about home.
All right. Becky Buller.
Seems like I've put 100,000 miles on this soul of mine, and it's been an uphill climb all the way, 'cause I've been one to dead end in denial, letting my wheels spin over what I wanted when something better was waiting for me. At home, holding you feels like coming home to a place I've only known in my heart of hearts. Could this be the start of forevermore? Holding you feels like coming home. My gypsy ways are catching up with me. They're starting to drag me down. Another night, another town is not enough to satisfy an even deeper need. It's been there all along. I've wanted somewhere to belong, someone who loves me, calling me to come back home. Holding you feels like coming home to a place I've only known in my heart of hearts. Could this be the start of forevermore? Holding you feels like coming home. Yes, I do believe that somehow we were meant to build a home. Holding you feels like coming home to a place I've only known in my heart of hearts. Could this be the start of forevermore? Holding you feels like coming home. Holding you feels like coming home to a place I've only known in my heart of hearts. Could this be the start of forevermore? Holding you feels like coming home.
Becky Buller.
Thank you.
Oh, that was great. I feel like I'm on my way home.
No.
Hey, we got about 3 or 4 minutes left here. There is no way I'm gonna let you out of here without having a little bit of that fiddle tune out of you.
Sure.
Because that's what when I first met you and saw you, that's what you were doing, and
Yes.
and with a vengeance. You're a wonderful player,
Well, thank
and
you.
I just want everybody to hear.
All right.
Yeah, there you go. Look at
Hey.
there, cutting grass.
Whoa. Well, sometimes when you're traveling all over the place with an old fiddle, they get cranky,
Well, us old people get cranky.
Yeah, the band calls him the old man because.
And how old is the old
well,
man?
he's circa 1700, so he has a right to get grumpy, I guess, since he's survived as long as he has.
In the 1700s.
Yeah. I thought it was about $1,800, but I had to have the top off a few months ago to do some repair work, and when my repair guy got in there, he said, "I think it's a little older than we thought it was." So, yeah.
And how did you come by it?
You're not going to believe this, but truth is stranger than fiction. I got it at a used car dealership in Cleveland, Georgia.
Wow.
Yeah.
What'd you have to trade for it?
Well, I traded a fiddle, and the guy who owned the car lot, he's a mandolin player, and so he deals in instruments upstairs, and yeah.
So he knew what he had.
Yeah. I had a fiddle, and I actually traded for this fiddle and a guitar. I just had to kick in about $500, and I've just been playing this one ever since. That's been about 10 years ago.
Okay. Well, let's hear what the old man can do.
All right.
Becky Fuller. You know what you need to do? Write a song, fiddle song. Do you compose on the fiddle?
Oh, yeah.
Do you? Have you written The Old Man and Me?
No.
That's what you need to write.
Well, you should help me write that. We've been meaning to get together to write a song for a long time.
We'll do that. The Old Man and Me.
Okay.
That could be me and that old man and you. Two old men and me. We'll figure it out. So again, that date is May the 31st.
Yep. Last Saturday in May.
That's at the MAC.
At the MAC, Manchester Arts Center, downtown Manchester, Tennessee, 7 p.m. You're going to hear Darren and Brooke Aldridge from Cherryville, North Carolina, and they've nominees for International Bluegrass Music Association Gospel Recorded Event of the Year last year for their song When He Beckons Me Home to Stay. So you'll hear a lot of bluegrass gospel as well as bluegrass, like lots of modern bluegrass. We'll have a mix, traditional and modern. It's going to be fun. The Rigneys from right here in town are going to be there, and me. Don't let that scare you, please.
And you.
Me. Yeah.
Is your man going to be there?
Yeah. All the guys who do the radio show with me, I have a radio show on top of everything else I do, on WMSR over in Manchester. And all the guys who do the radio show with me are going to do the MC work. So Max Northcutt, Dennis Flack, Craig Smith, and of course my husband Jeff Haley.
Right. Good for you, Becky. Thank you so much for coming by.
Thank you for having me back.
It's just always
a pleasure. It's been too long.
Well, you're welcome anytime.
Thank you.
And remember that date. That's May the 31st at the MAC, ladies and gentlemen. And we'll be right back after these MAC. We'll be right back after.
Looking for a unique gift for someone special, or perhaps something just for yourself? Then you need to check out Grady Mac Denim Company, right here in the heart of Tullahoma. Grady Mac features the full line of men's and women's Lucky brand apparel. Stop in and check out our denim production line. Grady Mac offers a full line of outdoor sporting apparel and much more. And check out our custom fly fishing equipment, fine art, and fine sports memorabilia. There's something for everyone at Grady Mac Denim Company, the most unique store in Tullahoma.
Spring cleaning has begun at Russell Barnett Ford of Tullahoma and Winchester. With rebates and incentives up to $10,000 and 0% financing available on select models, now is the time to buy. Russell Barnett Ford is offering top dollar for your trade during the spring cleaning sales event. Stop by one of our locations, Russell Barnett Ford of Tullahoma and Russell Barnett Ford of Winchester, or visit us on the web at russellbarnett.com. And remember, why buy anywhere else?
We get closer to a world with more birthdays when we take cancer patients by the hand. We help them find answers and guidance and hope, and give them more candles to light. We're the American Cancer Society. Help create a world with more birthdays at morebirthdays.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and we're pleased to have joining us on the stage now from the Tullahoma American Legion Ladies Auxiliary, Diana and Wilma, and they're here to talk to us. They just came from the mayor's office, and what happened at the mayor's office this morning?
Well, they declared Saturday, May 24th, Tullahoma, Tennessee proclamation from the mayor.
Okay,
as Poppy, how do you...
it's for the poppies for the veterans.
For the veterans, the Poppy Drive for the veterans.
Okay. And this is not your guys' first rodeo with the poppy sale, is
Oh,
is
no.
it?
Oh, no. We've been doing this for many, many years.
And this is these are the poppies that Wilma's holding right here. And do you guys still do that on the street corners?
No,
you don't do that. You do it at businesses, perhaps?
At the banks on Friday the 23rd, and the credit union, and Walmart, Kmart, Peebles, and Kroger's on Saturday the 24th.
Okay. So, and you just give whatever you'd like to give,
Yeah.
and I can.
It's a fundraiser for the veterans.
Right. And I know that you girls have, along with the other members of the auxiliary, really work hard at trying to take care of the veterans. So tell us about some of the projects that you guys are involved
We do. We are in charge of Ward 8B at the Veterans Hospital in Murfreesboro, and we do 6 pizza parties a year for them. We do a big Christmas party for them where we give them, each veteran gets a new $5 bill, and they enjoy that. And we do a special one for Memorial Day for them, and we do gift shop for Christmas for them. And just all during the year, we're always doing things for veterans here in Tullahoma and surrounding areas, and especially the ones at Murfreesboro, where we do most of our work is at Murfreesboro.
You know, it's been a long time since I've been there, but if I remember correctly, a lot of the veterans that are confined there really don't. Some of them don't have anybody, do they? I mean, other than when you guys stop by to visit them and provide them with these kind of things that you just mentioned.
Yeah, we have a veteran lady that has no one, and we sponsor her every month. We give her so much money, and that is they take them out to eat once a month and to a movie, and then whatever personal things that she needs, I'll Mary Anna call, and I'll go get what she needs and take it to her. But she has no one at all, and so we just sort of adopted her about 10 years ago. And she's doing really well, and she enjoys these. She always wants. If I don't get the money there on time, I'd send it every 3 months. She's wanting to know where her money's at. She's real funny. She's a funny person, and I enjoy being with her a lot.
I don't remember this, and I'm hoping that you girls do. The significance of the poppy and what you're doing, the history behind all that. Do you guys remember that?
I know it started back in 1941, I think. I'm not for sure, but I think that's the date for it, and it was recognized as Poppy Day for the veterans. But all the history back part of it, I don't recall.
Right.
All that.
I think it started in France.
It was.
I think it.
To honor the dead.
Right.
That's how it started.
Yeah, and you guys have been pursuing that for I don't know how long you've been doing it. But you too have been doing it. I would say 50 years, but I'm not going there. For goodness sake.
Well, I've been doing it over 50 years, so
yeah,
it's been a while. But anyway, and we also the American Legion Ladies Auxiliary from the state of Tennessee this year. We have purchased what they call a track chair for a veteran.
Right, and tell us what that does, because that's pretty neat.
It's a chair that runs on a track, and the track is like a bulldozer track where it can run on, and it's equipped where he can use it with his hands and motivate it around, and he can go in the water, he can go fishing, he can go play golf, he can go out in the woods, he can go anywhere he wants to go in this track chair.
Right.
And it's a really neat chair for these veterans that have no other way of getting around. Some of them have no limbs left, but some of them they can motivate it with their chin, to make it to go. And he's really neat.
Right.
So there's one guy we're going to at state convention in June. This veteran is going to get a track chair.
Do you guys from Tullahoma get to pick who that is?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
That's decided by the state.
Yeah, it costs $15,000. So we've been raising money for quite some time.
To get it. But the gentleman is from Tennessee, but we don't know who it's going to be. But he will be from Tennessee.
This is a really neat thing.
It is.
Because of an outdoors kind of person. Who perhaps can't physically do that anymore, gives them an opportunity to resume doing something probably
and
that they
you can
love
go watch his grandchildren play baseball and this. It's just, man, he just goes everywhere in it. It's neat.
I have to think you ladies are pretty passionate about that because of your dedication and the number of years that you've been involved in that. You really never forgot our veterans, or don't forget our veterans. You continue to work hard doing that kind of thing. I think that's admirable.
Yeah, this is our only fundraiser. This is the only time that we try to raise money to help, and there's a lot of good people in the area that some of them, they don't have extra money, but they'll find a way to come up with a buck or two, and that's
it's significant that you guys are actually out there doing that for them. And then there was a time, I know, that in laws and regulations and such has changed, but there was a time I know you guys were out here on street corners doing that.
Yeah, we can't do the street corners anymore because it got too dangerous.
Right.
And the city passed an ordinance where, that we couldn't do it on the street corner, which is okay.
Right.
With safety comes first.
Right. Yeah, I guess back when we were 20, we didn't think about those cars running by at 70 miles an hour, something like that.
That we didn't. That we didn't.
You think, a person could actually get hurt out here, didn't
That's true. We could.
Kind of thing.
But we were lucky no one ever got hurt.
No, that's true. That's true, either through that or, to my knowledge, ever through the Big Brothers program, which used to do this sort of thing, same sort of thing.
Yeah.
So this, again, what were those dates that you guys are going to be there?
This Friday, the 23rd, we'll be at the banks and the credit union. Saturday, the 24th, we will be at Walmart, Kmart, Kroger, and Peebles.
Right. Okay. And so, folks, if you happen to run across one of the nice ladies from Unit 43 of the Tullahoma American Legion Auxiliary, kind of give them a donation, because I guarantee you they're going to put it to good use. And and there's a lot of work that goes into that, not just raising the funds, but actually dispersing them and actually being at that facility in Murfreesboro and every month or every other month. I forget how often that is.
We go at least 6 times a year plus Christmas. Or other times if we need to go.
Right.
We'll go down, and all the money that we collect goes directly to the veterans. It's not used for any other purpose other than our veterans.
Right. And that's 100% of it. There's no administrative cost or nothing comes out. So you can be assured that whatever you give will go to the benefit of the veterans. So, and if you can't, if you don't happen to run into one of the ladies at any of those locations they're going to be, I know that they would appreciate it very much if you would send a donation, if you'd still like to donate, and they would send that to where?
To me, Wilma Kane at 1646 Riley Creek Road, Normandy, Tennessee 37360.
Okay, all right. So as I say, they would appreciate that very much. If you don't happen to run into them at any of those locations they're going to be at, send them a check. I know they'll appreciate it, and they absolutely will put it to good use. Girls, thank you for all you do for our veterans, and thank you for the hard work that you're going to be doing this weekend as well.
Thank you very much for having us.
Folks, we'll be right back in just a moment with more Living right after this.
Smoking tobacco accounts for 3 of every 10 fire deaths in the United States.
Tullahoma Fire Department need you en route to a structure fire, 202 Main Street. Heavy smoke showing. Neighbors advise child trapped inside.
Lighters, matches, and associated smoking paraphernalia are the leading cause of preschooler fire deaths. We as firefighters know that most structure fires can be prevented.
I've got one! Command, this is primary search. We have a victim. Need EMS to meet us at the front door.
Please help us to give you a fighting chance. This can be prevented. Contact the Tullahoma Fire Department for a free home safety inspection.
What's a Tennessee vacation? It starts off like any road trip, and then, boom, adventure and thrills everywhere you look, which happens to be some of the most beautiful scenery in the country. Music here, history there, and all kinds of green in between. Come relax and unwind, or bring the crowd for some stargazing, or stargazing. Whatever you do, come hungry and expect an awesome soundtrack. It's all right here in Tennessee. We're playing your song. For a free vacation guide, visit tnvacation.com.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
The Charter Triple Play lets you experience TV, internet, and phone the way you want with no contracts. Hooked on HD? Now over 100 HD channels available. Movie lover? Get 10,000 on-demand movies and shows. 1,500 in HD, including movies in 3D. Missing your favorite shows? Record and watch TV with DVR service for 4 rooms and over 780 hours of storage space. Get Charter TV for $29.99 a month. Photo Fiend, Music Fan, Video Streamer? Switch to super fast Charter Internet and do it all with the bandwidth to support all your devices. At 30 megabits per second, Charter Internet is 10 times faster than the phone company's DSL. Get Charter Internet for $29.99 a month. Want more talk for less? Charter Phone has unlimited long-distance calling with no added fees like the phone company charges. Get Charter Phone for $29.99 a month. The new Charter Triple Play. TV, internet, and phone for just $29.99 a month each when bundled. Call 855-81-T-PLAY now.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, a couple weekends ago I was down at the River Cafe and heard an incredible guitar player, Richard Smith. We're going to bring you a little bit more of his music right now. and gentlemen, this is the paint. Uh-oh. I just knocked a tree over. This is the paint doctor. I got the color wheel. Now, you know what a color wheel is? It is the wheel at the paint works where you pick all your colors to paint your room. It could be a multicolored beard. It could be a underarm fan. You never can tell. One thing we do know is that it's time to paint. You know, you can make your wife very happy if you go to your house and paint some rooms, or you paint the outside of the house, the inside of the house. It makes them feel very good because you work hard for them and they like that. All women like to see their man sweat. You know, they do. Honeydew is what they do. And you get to do it too. So you go to the Paintworks at 1960 North Washington Street and you see David Heikkinen over there, and he's the real paint doctor. He fix you up with color. It's so nice when the color is right. Go to Paintworks today. Martin Senor. See? Martin Senor. Right there. Martin Senor at the Paintworks. Bye, and we see you next time. I'm burning up.
Today's Charter tip, set up your parental controls. Children don't always know what they should and shouldn't watch, but parents do, and Charter can help. Charter's parental controls are easy to set up. All you need is a 4-digit PIN. Then you can lock specific titles, channels, and show ratings. Even hide program titles and block paid programming purchases. Family protection in just 4 digits. Another way Charter gives you more. Visit charter.net/tips to get started.
All right,
here we are.
Yes, we are.
Exciting stuff going on.
Yeah,
Yes,
I'm
it
so proud
is.
of those ladies that do all that work for the veterans. That's a wonderful thing to do.
You know, they've been doing that for years.
Yes, they have, and I
haven't slowed down a
I
bit.
really
I'm
appreciate
proud
it. I
of
hope
them as
people
well.
will get out and support that.
Yeah.
And you know, for a lot of you folks out there who don't realize, there is still a viable American Legion post here in Tullahoma, and it's a lot of people think because the big club closed down and we sold that property that we don't exist, but we've still existed post 43, and we have a building downtown.
Yes,
Tullahoma on Atlantic Street, right down from Couches, and if you want to be a member of Post 43, you just get in touch with Jim Fuller here, or me, or Benny Garrick over at Traders Bank, and or Miss Nancy over there, and you know, we have meetings once a month, and still do things. We have candidates that have gone to that'll be going to Boise State next week, and so still a viable post, and the auxiliary. You know, God bless them. If it wouldn't have been for them, what would we do? Every time we have an event, they bring food,
and take care of it.
Take care of it and decorate. Right. They're a strong group of women who have supported the veterans for years and years and years.
You're exactly right.
And
you know, and a lot
continues.
of people, and it will. I think it will. And you know, a lot of people don't realize that all the things that you probably remember about the American Legion, the food and the dances and the events like that. You know, that was kind of not what they were all really about.
That's not what it was about.
That was
about,
to generate the money to make sure that all the other things
all the other things
happen. So, but they're still happening, and you know.
And if you need help, you know, if you're a veteran and you need help, if you're burning up and you don't have an air conditioner, or you're a mother of a veteran and you know you've got an issue, and you feel free to come to the American Legion post and
get some help.
and tell us your concern, because that's what we're for. That's what we do.
Right.
And
I
it's
think
good.
There's a lot of people that don't even know that building exists. So
well, it's where the old
that.
Front Street Pool Hall was. What was it? Capitol? Was that called
Capitol Billiards? Yes.
Capitol Billiards.
Like
the Legion has redone
for
that.
years.
The event center? Is it?
No. It's up by the hotel. It's in between Couches and the hotel.
All right. I know where that is.
Right next to whose law office is right there?
Worsham? No, not Worsham. Moore and Hedges.
Moore and Hedges.
Yes.
Is
and
right.
there's another partner in there now. I've forgotten.
Right.
But Moore and Hedges.
Who's the saxophone player?
Oh, saxophone player?
He has a picture, and you have a picture at South Jackson.
Oh, Bob Carter.
Clarinet player.
Bob Carter.
Bob Carter. His son's in there.
Oh,
yeah, he's not in the Moore and Hedges
All
firm.
right.
He's got his own firm, and it's on the other side.
Okay.
So of the Legion. So
yeah, so we're surrounded by lawyers. So
yeah,
we can't do nothing. We can't get away with anything.
Well, there was a time we needed them with us all the time.
That's true.
By the way, if there's a tenor saxophone player in the audience, contact me.
You need a tenor sax?
Well, sometimes we're really looking for a substitute.
Yeah, I understand.
And a good tenor sax player is hard to find.
Oh, and if you hadn't, almost forgot. If you hadn't gotten your copy of Beauty is Ray Price, go to Hastings and Cracker Barrel and Walmart, and you can get it online at Amazon and all other online vendors. If you're going to Nashville, which buy it here, buy it at Hastings here. We had an album signing over there the other night, and he got 90 in for the album signing on Saturday and sold 20 that week, and we sold about 40 that night.
I was at Cracker Barrel in Murfreesboro, and that CD was playing in the Cracker Barrel.
Good. That's good.
Yeah.
So,
and if they buy one now, if they'll bring it by the studio, I'm sure you'd sign it.
I'd sign it, sure.
Yeah,
I mean, if they want my, I don't know why would want that, but there were some people that and it was amazing to me that a lot of the people who bought the album the other night, there were quite a few young people buying it.
Yeah.
And it's because young people are looking back at the heritage of music now, because a lot of the stuff, particularly in country, if you watched the Billboard Awards the other night or the AMCs a couple of weeks ago, it was all fireworks in Hollywood.
That's
and
what
people, it's
that's
pop.
something I noticed, and you seldom hear a slow, thoughtful song.
No, and
It's
that
all
album,
about
that album right there
noise
is full of
And
them.
I remember we went through a period when it seemed like everything was slow.
Yeah.
And then, and it was kind of nice to see the upbeat things coming in, but now it's saturated.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of boring.
Yeah.
Well, and a group, and I mean, I'm proud for them. Like Florida Georgia Line is these two guys, and they're
cool.
doing real well,
like
and
that.
it's rap.
Yeah.
They're doing rap. I mean, it's country rap.
Yeah.
And so it's fast, and you can't understand what they're saying, and in no way in the world you can slow dance to it or hug up next to a woman that you care to be up close to.
And that used to be what it was all about in country
it's belly
music.
rubbing.
For goodness sake.
Yeah.
I liked it.
That old belly rubbing two-step.
So much gets, hyped up until it loses something.
Right.
I think, and I hate that.
And it loses
my interest,
lyrics.
frankly.
The lyrical aspect of a lot of it's just gone. I mean, they've got a thing that they say that works, and that's what it's going to be.
They'll run a line.
Yeah, and it may not.
7 or 8 times.
It may, or at least there may only be one line that really makes any sense in there, and it's the whole song about it.
He wrote a whole song saying "baby."
Well, yeah, and we've got 2 lines over there that make sense to us, and they make an X.
I know.
So we got to go.
It means it's time for us to go, folks. Thanks for being with us today.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Cheek to cheek. A little loving balloon for you.